Awesome. We'll start in meditation. Get yourself set up, comfortable seat. Adjusting to the different changes of light from summer to autumn in my room is a little bit weird. I feel like just in the last, week, the sun is rising significantly later, so it feels dark. I guess it's gonna get a whole lot worse before it gets better. Take a couple deep breaths. And so to really notice your connection to the earth, your feet, your seat. It's from that deep connection that you're able to grow and lift. And I mean that physically and figuratively. Let your breath move easy. As you build your posture, I'm giving you some freedom just to kind of let it occur. You center your seat and create that lift, and just start taking in like your physical body, where it is in space, what you notice in it. And your eyes can be closed like mine, or they can be set to one point. And there's just a settling that can happen as you allow in the space and the time and the energy. And before we started the recording, we were listening to Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror. And always in his immortal words, it's the one in the mirror that needs to make the change for things to change. It's always a reminder for me when things don't seem to be going the way that I would like them to go, or there's a lot of struggle or strife. The work is to start with ourselves. Are we being strong and courageous? Are we being a stand for the things that we want, the things that are good? For today's meditation, in your life, consider just one thing, like not 26 things, but one thing that maybe you consider slightly out of reach that you would like to see happen. And I know that as we age, those things that feel out of reach are less and less, right? Because we've worked to achieve so much. But maybe there's a thing, a relationship, a skill, a job, a thing. And if you have that thing, then just in like a very succinct thought, what's in the way of getting to that? And then phase 3 is, what do you have to do to get that thing out of the way? It might be simple. Maybe that you have to offer forgiveness, right? That seems simple, but maybe you have to offer forgiveness, or maybe you need time, space, maybe sleep, maybe nutrition. I'm not sure, whatever it is. And then for the remaining time, I want you to create a mantra phrase of what you can be a stand for in order to remove the obstacle to get to where you want to get. In my life, it's usually a stand for courage or forgiveness. Those are the things that keep recurring. And in your life, it could be something different. Once you've created the stand, I want you to repeat over and over to yourself at whatever pace makes sense. I am the stand for. If there's something you need to let go of, if you need to let go of judgment or fear, then do that too. So I can be a stand for courage, and I can let go of judgment. And I want you to say that with every breath over and over to yourself. And one more time. And draw your hands to your chest. Thumbs to forehead. Namaste. That little exercise, it can just be an exercise, right? You can just be like, oh yeah, that was fun, thanks. Or it can start to be a seed to create change. So you get to be in charge of that. Let's go into child's pose. It's chilly in Texas. It's in the 50s this morning. It feels like fall or something. When you settle into child's pose, start to shift your breath into Ujjayi breath. That's the breath that uses the diaphragm to pull the air in through the nose, down the throat into the chest, and then the slow release. The diaphragm moves very slowly as the air seeps back out, creating length in the breath and depth. What we want to avoid doing is using the muscles of the neck. So not looking to tighten the neck or the shoulders when you breathe, but instead creating expansion and contraction through the belly. If your eyes are closed in child's pose, go ahead and open them up. The gaze is a real critical part of the yoga that we practice. The gaze, or the visual drishti, the focus. Through where you set your eyes, you create focus and calm through your body and your mind. Oftentimes when we close our eyes, we go back inside of the shell, inside of our own thoughts. which takes us out of the present moment. Come on up. Pause for a second in your all fours to get the length in your spine, and then set your feet and go back to down dog. Spend some time in down dog with your hands and your feet, foundation. Just setting them in a place where you feel powerful, spacious, calm. Your eyes, you want to set them to one point. I kind of like you setting them toward the middle of your mat. I think it gives length in the neck, but you get to be in charge of where your focus goes. If you have tension in your jaw, your face, release it. If you're feeling tension in your joints, your shoulder joint, your hip joints, your knee joints, you want to create some space. The more you press down, the more you squeeze muscle, the less you're setting in the joints. I actually had a person ask me if my hip injury was from yoga. And I was like, oh my God, no, my hips are moving because of yoga. But she was under the impression that we drove the pose through the joints, and that would be a misconception. We want to use muscles. We're looking for space in the joints, movement in the joints. So the joints create water, softness, right? The muscles are where we're squeezing. We always want to be careful not to overstress joints. Walk your hands back to your feet. And again, you soften in your knees, which creates softness in the ankle. You can see it when you look at it. And then you're going to keep walking your hands back, letting the shoulders kind of drape too. Walk your feet out a bit. You'll land in ragdoll when you get there. And you want to find some ease in your upper body. Arm over arm works. You could also lift your shoulders up and interlace your hands behind your back if that rinse feels good or helps you open up. Find the feel good spaces. And I'm well aware as we age, there's less and less open spaces. So we start to work through it, find them, let them kind of creep their way out. Keep the Ujjayi breath moving, gaze, eyes open, set to a point. I think if you allow it, your eyes will find an interesting point, something that they can see. Nice, drop your hands, heel to the feet in. You're going to create length in your spine by lifting halfway. Fold in, this is an active fold, press down into the floor, down and out with your feet. And then the lift from the earth all the way up, extended mountain. Take your time. Sometimes there's a little dizziness, let it pass. Set your eyes in front of you, reach your arms over your head and create length. You're looking for space from the heels of the feet to the fingertips. Breathe in. Now with a gentle exhale, fold forward. Gentle inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, walk your hands out to downward facing dog. We're going to move through our sun salutations. Inhale. Exhale, step your feet to your hands. Lengthen your spine, in breath. The out breath creates the fold. Rise up, extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Lengthen your spine, in breath. And you're going to exhale into low push-up. You're going to press down into the floor. Up dog, shoulders roll back or you pull them back. And then down dog. Breathe out. Step your feet to your hands. Lengthen your spine. Fold. Rise up, extended mountain. Exhale and fold. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, low push-up. Pull with your upper back, up dog. Down dog. In. And breathe out, step forward. Lengthen. Fold. Rise. Fold forward. Half lift. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. In breath. Out breath, step forward. Lengthen your spine. Bow. Rise. Allow the folding and unfolding to work through you. Fold down. Lift and lengthen. This creates a power. Low push-up, chaturanga. Up dog, upper back, shoulders lift back. Then down dog, exhale. Breath cycle in and out. Step forward. Lengthen your spine. Fold. Seat down, arms high. Chair. Just take a moment here, right? So eyes set forward. You're going to lift from the front of the pelvis, getting length in the spine. So we're looking for the tailbone to go down, crown to go up, not this sinking with the ribs blown out, not this over tucking and rounding, that perfectly neutral. Fold forward. Lift and lengthen. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one, right side. And the work becomes the same. You start bending your knees, right? And there's this habit to go deeper by letting the ribs blow out and arch the back. So we're looking for the ribs to come toward the pelvis. So the pubic bone lifts and we create neutral spine. Good, big breath in. Take it down, low push up. Up dog and down dog. Left side, warrior one. So in all of the lunges that we do, it's really important for you to also remember your back foot. So the back leg is not just hanging out. You're really pressing through the back foot too. So the more you press through the back foot, you can squeeze the glute and that starts to rotate that hip and pelvis forward. And then you start to play with this lift in the front again. And it's a push and a pull. Nothing's perfect here. Breathe in and then chaturanga. It's the work though. Up dog and down dog. In and out. Step or jump forward. Lift and lengthen. Fold, find the rhythm. Chair, you naturally work on the alignment. And then fold. Lift and lengthen. Chaturanga. Up dog, gaze forward. And down dog, breathe out. Warrior one on the right. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. Low push up. Up dog. Down dog. Big breath together. And empty. Step or jump forward. Lift and lengthen. Fold. Chair. Hold. Lift. Chaturanga. Finding your rhythm. Up dog with your breath. Down dog. Warrior one, right? Gaze forward. Take the gaze to the floor. Chaturanga. Up dog, gaze forward. Down dog, gaze to the middle of the mat. Left side. And take it down. Up dog. Down dog. Big breath. And empty. Step or jump. Lift and lengthen. Bow. Chair. Fold. Lift. Chaturanga, step or jump. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one. Go to warrior three. You're just gonna put your weight in your front foot. Breathe. Do this, bring your hands to your chest. Fold over your standing leg for standing split. Fold down, fold down, fold down, collapse in. Listen, breathe in. You're gonna breathe out. Your back foot just steps back. You'll be in the lunge and then step straight back, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. Warrior three, shift your weight. Hands to chest. Fold over your standing leg. Breathe and breathe. And then back foot comes down. Step it back, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath in. And out. Step or float. Lift and lengthen. Fold. Chair. Breathe in. Fold forward. Lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one, right? Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Left side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right leg up. Bend, stack, and open. Flip your dog. Flip dog, both feet face backwards. So both feet and you're lifted up. It's like a three-limbed tabletop. So everything's squared up. Take it around, down dog. Breathe in, down dog. Lift your left leg up. Bend, stack, and open. So we start with the alignment, right? So the foot and ankle align with the knee, knee with the hip, all facing forward. Then we flip it. Bend your standing knee, come up to the ball under the foot. Left foot goes beside it, rotate open, aligning the wrist to the shoulder, shoulder to hips. Yes, creating opening in the front of the hips, the pelvis, squeezing in the glutes. Breathe in and out. You can open your chest as much as there is there for you. Take it around to down dog. Plant your left foot again, lift your right foot, bring your knee right into your chest, stay in down dog. And then you're gonna inhale as you come forward. You're gonna place your right foot down for crescent lunge. Rise up. Take a moment to set your feet. You're gonna make sure that your back heel is to the sky. You have to walk your front foot up a little bit, lift the front of the pelvis, get long. You're gonna twist to the right. Bring your hands to your chest or hand down to the block in the middle of your mat. Whatever you wish, breathe. Stay in Ujjayi breath. And then open into Warrior Two. You stayed nice and deep in your front knee bend when you open to protect your joints. And then once you land here, you can reverse your warrior, straighten your front leg for space, little relief. Depending on what you've been doing between classes, right? Like the hips get tight and come back in. You're gonna go into side angle warrior, extended side angle. I like my hand on the outside of my front foot. So what happens to me because of tightness in my hip is my knee starts to bow in. So what I'll wanna do is square my feet and then take my knee out with my hip. So I use my glute to pull it back out in alignment, which keeps my hip joint safe. And breathe. Back foot has to be used though. You have to press into the back foot. Don't let it just hang out there. Left glute should turn on. And they get a little lazy. You have to remind it sometimes. Put your hand on it, press into your heel. Nice, take one more breath. Good, now this time what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your right hand down outside of your right foot. So you may have to heel toe in a bit. You may have to heel toe your left foot in. You're gonna press down and you're gonna go back into side plank. Good, and breathe. Now for fun, if you want, you can take your top leg up, take it behind you. This is wild thing. So your bottom leg is straight, it's kind of a half opening. Top leg is bent. Breathe in. Nice. Take it back around, low push up. Up dog. And down dog. And breathe. Let all that go. Your left leg will lift. You're staying down dog. Knee comes right into your chest. You're holding it there. Then you come up to the ball mound of your right foot and you step forward into crescent lunge. Allow the body to get a sense of the pose, the position. Muscle contraction, twist to the left. Deep, full breath, set your gaze. Now open up in Warrior Two. This is an in breath. And come in nice and deep. And then we reset, straighten your front leg, open, reverse it if you want. And then right back in, extended side angle with new energy. Left hand down. So you go forearm right to your thigh, or you can take your hand down to a block outside of your front foot. Make sure that your toes are spread. I have to reconnect into my foot, feeling the big toe, center of my heel. Backside too, big toe, center of the heel. Reaching for more space. And when there's tightness, like when you've been doing sports or you've been sitting too much, travel, whatever, you get tight. So you have to work through the tightness, squeezing the muscles and getting the space you can get. coming in and out of the pose as you need to get the space. And then the left hand will come down, right? And you can, if you have a block on the low setting, you can use that. Sometimes it'll give you the lift you need. And then you're just going to start to bring all the weight into your back foot, bend this front knee, slide it back, and open into side plank. The lift of the block helps a lot. And it really doesn't change the energy in the pose. Breathe. One more. Good. Now the right leg comes up and behind you for Wild Thing. One more breath here. And you take it around. Low push up. Up dog. And downward facing dog. Step or jump to your hands. Lift and lengthen. And then fold. You're gonna come into chair. I like that block sometimes between my knees as a anchoring point. And twist to the right. And these things that you try on, if you don't like them, you don't have to use them. The block between my knees makes this pose a little less intense. It's like it gives my lower body direction or something and holds it still. And then come around, fold forward. You're gonna take your hands down, bring your feet together, knees apart for crow pose. You just try on the prep, feet together, knees out. Start to bring your weight forward, see what happens. 5, 4, 3, 2. Nice, just put your feet right back down. Lift and lengthen, create vinyasa flow. Fold. Chair, with or without your block. And twist to the left this time. My quick check-in, are my feet at 12 o'clock? Are my toes spread? Looking for my knees back over my ankles and then spinning open. Gazes to the side, your own hands, or all the way up to the ceiling. Nice. Fold forward again. Let's go for crow number 2. Plant your hands, bring your feet together. Remember, the prep is fine. So the prep works the same muscles without the arm balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your feet wide. Fold over your legs, grab your big toes with your 2 first fingers, lengthen your spine, and fold over actively, pulling yourself in. Choose to stay here, or you can take your hands all the way under your feet for Gorilla Asana. Deep Ujjayi breath, eyes are still open. Set somewhere behind you that lets your neck be long. Tension out of your jaw. Nice, release this. Take your feet off your hands, heel to the feet back into your neutral position. Lift and lengthen your spine. Fold in. Rise up, extended mountain. Nice. Gaze forward. Set it. Right arm under for eagle. Right arm under, right leg over. And then in this form of yoga, we like to align our joints a little bit so the arms will lift, shoulders pull back. Deep breath. And release, reach up. Left side. So the journey into power was actually evolved from all the great masters in yoga education. Kind of taking the best from all of them extended mountain, not overstraining joints. Right side, using breath to move. So a blend really of the Eastern form, the Western form, allowing it to be adaptable to all bodies. Extended mountain. Left side. And extended mountain. Right leg up, single leg extension. Go bent knee or straight leg. And notice that you might have to come out of alignment to get the pose started. Take it out to the right. Nobody says if your leg is extended that it has to be straight, right? You got joints for a reason. Come to center. Send it back, airplane. So this time your shoulders drop on your back and your arms reach by your sides. Different than warrior three. Stay with your breath. And hands to chest. Spin open in half moon. Left hand can come down to the floor or a block. Keep reaching for space between your arms, your legs, your toes. One more. Beautiful. Right foot comes down. Arms reach up. Extended mountain. Left leg up. Bent knee or straight, catching the outer edge of your foot or your big toe. Breathe. Open it out. Good. Gaze can be forward or you can start to shift it over the right. Do what empowers you. Center. Nice. No worries. And then send it back. Exactly. Airplane. Yeah, if we ever fall out, we just go back where we came from and start over. Like birth control. If you forget to take it when you remember, and then take the next one on time. Breath. That's what happens when your gynecologist teaches yoga. One more breath, and then hands to heart, and take it open for half moon. Right hand down to the floor or a block, whatever you need to create the length, strength, and balance. When you can, you'll start to shift your gaze up. One more breath. And then foot down. Beautiful. If you have a strap, go ahead and grab it and raise up. No strap, no problem. We're going to take our right foot back for dancer. So for dancer, if you don't have a strap, you take your hand out like a tray, catch your foot, and you lift up. And different than some forms of yoga, our dancer is lifted upright, so not leaned forward, not like archer. So we lift up, leg behind us, maybe bend the standing knee and open into a back bend, like a standing back bend. You can keep lifting your leg behind you. Yes, bend your standing knee just a titch. And lift, 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 lift. Beautiful. Switch sides. So what I feel when I do this pose, I feel strength and stability in my standing limbs. I feel opening in my shoulders. So that's what I'm working for, is a little opening. And then stretch. Stretch goes through my thigh, all the way up into my belly, really deep hip flexor, which feels good after all the cycling. I did a 90-minute ride yesterday, Brooke. It was really hard. One more breath and release. I used to race bikes, but I don't like 90 minutes on a stationary bike. Switch sides. It's worse than 3 hours outside. And open up, dancer. And switch. Set your gaze. Put your focus on where you want to go and go there. Nice. Release. Beautiful. Hands by your side. Strap can go. Set your gaze forward. Feel your entire feet, both feet on the floor. Toes wide spread. Right foot comes up for tree. Create that connection. Hips in one line. Chest over hips. Hands wherever you want them. You can go heart center or open them up. And switch sides. I'm glad the big boy didn't come out in his underwear. Yes, it does. And take them wherever you want. Yeah, Brooke is very male outnumbered in her house. It's a wonder they own clothes. And release. Awesome. We'll get moving again. If you need a drink of water at any point in time, please take it, right? It's fine to do that. We don't like stop all the time for it, but you just take care of you. Big reach up, fold forward, lift and lengthen, and then low push up. Up dog, and downward facing dog. Warrior one, right side. We're gonna open into warrior two. And then as you're ready, you're gonna go into triangle, trying to keep this alignment, knee to hip, both sides. So we have 3 points grounding down, 2 feet, 1 hand. If you can't reach the floor, you don't have a block, you can take your hand to your right shin. If you're looking for a lot of space between your feet. Deepen your breath. You bend your front knee, come up. Choose what you want to do with your hands. You can interlace them if you want. Open the chest, wide-legged straddle, full forward. So the right toes turn in, so the feet are parallel. With shoulders wrapped onto your back, rise up. Create reverse namaste, reverse prayer with your hands. Rotate your feet for pyramid, narrower than warrior one. Both legs straight, both hips facing forward. Start to fold over the standing leg, the front leg. Nice, take your hands down. First, we're gonna take the block to the inside or outside of our right foot. Press down, you're gonna open up into into twisting triangle. Take a breath here. And you're going to kind of come back towards center just a bit to walk your block out in front of you. Lift the back leg, right? So now your left hand is down, back leg is lifted. You can try to spin up and reverse twisting half moon. Just play with it, see what you feel. One more breath. Then your foot comes down. You're just going to step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left side, warrior one. Warrior two. With the alignment. And triangle, straighten your front leg. Reach forward. Block is really helpful as a prop or your shin. Looking for length though. So both legs pressing down, trying to get the pelvis a little square. Reaching out of your left and right arm. Long spine. Deep breathing. Nice. Come on up. This time, jog your back foot up for pyramid. Do the reverse namaste with your hands. Open your chest. Fold over your front leg. Do some adjusting with your feet to find your sweet spot. Good. Drop your hands. So first, you can do twisting triangle. So down, hand down to the mat on a block, inside or outside of your front foot, and open up. And you come out ever so slightly as you walk your block up. Lift your back leg and keep spinning open. See if you can deepen the twist, adding a challenge with balance. And then down. Nice. Step back, down dog. You will inhale into high plank. Lower down to the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay one ear down. Hands by your side. And breathe. Switch sides, lay the other ear down. If this creates a stretch in your neck, that's good. Nice. Now start with your feet. Start with your feet turned under so that you can feel the ball mounds of your feet on the floor. Take your hands by your side, fingertips to the earth. Draw in so that the low belly lifts, and then open up into locust. Feet planted first. And then if you want, you can lift your heels up. Get length. So when you point your feet, you can try that and see what happens. The more you lift, I think it kind of tightens the low back. So I prefer them flexed so that I'm getting length in my low back and using my glutes. Come down. Go back up, locust. Do a half bow where you bend one knee. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Switch sides, bend the other knee. Lift, lift, lift. Locust and floor. Both knees bent. Bow, Dhanurasana. And down. Again. Relaxing your jaw. Let the breath flow. last one. And down. Hands by your sides, down by your ribs. Open up into cobra and up dog. Breathe in and down dog. And drop your knees, evolving our back bends into camel. Toenails can be down or ball mounds of your feet. Do what feels more powerful in your own body. Shoulders onto your back, anchor from the belly button down as you open the chest into a back bend. Hands can come to your seat, your thighs, or all the way down to your feet or ankles. Working for that length and then opening. Peel your way out. Come up. Have a seat on your feet and we'll have a drink together. Hydration station. So for as long as I can remember, I have had a drink of water in camel pose. And I think it's kind of funny because we're all very Pavlovian, and when I walk my dogs on the trail, as soon as they pass the water fountain with the dog bowl, they stop. And it doesn't matter if they had a drink right before they left the car or not. They know that that's where they get their water. And it's funny, our brain will create that craving for it, right? And come up. Water's not a bad habit. Open up into camel. Yeah, looking for length from your knees to your belly button. Shoot, open. I use my arms. I press my hands into whatever they're touching and I press out a little bit, which opens my chest, makes the back bend better. Nice. Gently come up. Let's just turn our feet around, come to your back for bridge. For the next sequence of back bends, we'll do one bridge and then a set of wheels, and the no more than 6 wheels. And when we do that, you can choose to do a supported bridge the entire time. You can go from bridge to the wheel, you can mix them up. So no matter what I say, you choose what's best for you, not the cop out, just what your body needs. Not driven by ego, driven by what your body needs. So we're in bridge first. And if you're not in a supported bridge, come down. And then press up. Go through bridge first. And then if you want to do wheel, add your arms and go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck your chin. Gently peel yourself down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press up. Go through bridge. And then add your arms for wheel. Full inhale. Full exhale. Come down. Nice. Full breath in. Let your air out. Press up into bridge. Set your stage. Add your arms for wheel. Come down. Inhale. Out breath. Go up bridge. Add your arms. And stay. 1, 2, stay. 3, stay. Now come down. Nicely done. Nicely done. All the way down. Everyone come out. Let your full spine hit the floor. Draw your feet together, knees out for butterfly. You can close your eyes if you want. You can lay your arms any way that feels good to you. Whatever feels natural. We're allowing some neutralization to happen in the spine, kind of allowing the belly to kind of tighten up again from that great big opening in the back bends. Bring your knees together and knees to your chest. You can curl up in a ball if that feels good on your back. And then catch your feet for happy baby. Drawing your knees and your thighs toward the mat. Relaxing your jaw again. We'll send our feet to the sky. After the opening and back bending, it's important to neutralize, to stabilize. So we're going to take our hands behind our head, curl up into like a sit-up, feet reaching to the sky, draw the belly down and in. We're going to lower the right leg and we're just going to pulse up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1. You're going to switch your legs out. Right leg comes up, left leg goes down into a scissor. Pulse 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. You're going to lower the right leg again. This time you're going to pulse for 2. 1, 2, switch. 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 1, 2. Bend both your knees to go into yoga bicycles. Twist to the right and left. You extend your leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs in the center, hands underneath your low back. Extend your legs to the ceiling. Lower them 1/3 of the way. Breathe. Pull your femurs into the pelvis. 2/3. Lower to a hover. Breathe. Come back up 1/3. Lower to hover. 1/3. Lower to hover. All the way up. Breathe in. And out. Lower 1/3. 2/3. Bring it up to the 1/3. Lower to 2. Up. Down. Up. Just a narrow window. Down. Go all the way to the hover. Breathe. Come up 1/3. Down. 1/3. Down. 2/3. 1/3. All the way up. Rock up into boat. Navasana pose. Breathe. Rock up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Half pigeon. Step forward, either foot you want to start with. You can start with the right or the left. You can do it supine. You can do it seated. Lots of options depending on where your body is today.
I've heard there was a secret chord.
Whatever you've chosen, see if you can allow the torso to kind of rest.
But you don't really care.
And stay connected to the practice with your breath, with your eye gaze.
It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 You say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name, but if I did, well, really, what's it to you? There's
Take one or two more breaths.
in every word. It doesn't matter what you heard.
And switch sides.
The holy or the broken, hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah.
You start to shift into double pigeon, bringing your back leg around. Yeah, and you can sit upright, or if you can, fold forward. Getting a little bigger stretch in your low back. I'm going to switch sides.
Been traveling these wide roads for so long. My heart's been far from you, 10,000 miles gone. Oh, I wanna come near and give you every part of me, but there's blood on my hands, and my lips are unclean. In my darkness, I remember.
Awesome. Come up and out. We're going to go into frog for just a few breaths. So you'll want to set up either face down or against a wall, back down. So I will set up face down, making right angles, thigh to pelvis, thigh to the lower leg. And it's fine to use a prop if you need one under your chest, your head, your belly.
Take me to your river. I wanna know.
Count 10 breaths.
Go in as as a man with many crimes come up for air. As my sins flow down the Jordan, oh, I wanna come here and give you every part of me. But there's blood on my hands, and my lips are unclean. Take me to your river, I wanna go. Go, take me to your river, I wanna know.
Maybe one or two more breaths. And then gently come on out.
I wanna know.
You can meet up on the seat. We'll bring our right foot into the left thigh. A big reach up and a fold. And then you'll switch sides. Right leg out, left leg in. Come up, both legs out. Reach up, fold forward. Come up, both hands behind after your fold. And then you'll press down, reach up, reverse tabletop. And come down to your back. Roll all the way back. Bring your knees into your chest. Take a twist. So right leg over left, legs down to the left.
There's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
Switch sides.
No hell below us, and above us is only sky. Imagine all the people
Come to center.
living for
Take your feet together, knees out for butterfly.
You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one.
And take your block underneath your low back for waterfall. You put it under your sacrum. If you don't have a block, you can just reach your legs up over on your hands.
And the world will live as one.
With your legs up, let your upper body relax, your eyes closed.
Countries. It isn't hard to do.
Keeping your breath, relax your face. Treat it as a pre-shavasana.
No religion too. Imagine all the people living life for peace. You
can choose to stay right here or remove your block, Shavasana.
But I am not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Whatever you choose, let your full body relax.
Imagine no possessions.
If you find it difficult to relax, then squeeze your hands and your arms and then release, and then do the same thing with your legs and feet.
No need for greed or hunger.
Reminding our bodies that tension doesn't have to be held.
A brotherhood of man.
Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You, and you may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Start to deepen your breath. Bring your knees to your chest, roll to your seat. Hands to chest. Thumbs to forehead. Namaste. Thank you.